Your future is built by what you do today, not by what you plan to do someday. Let that settle in your mind. Most people already know what would improve their life. Wake up earlier, work with focus, save money, take care of their health, control their words, finish what they start. The knowledge is not missing, the effort is. And that gap between knowing and doing is where discipline lives. Think about your own day. How many times do you say, I will start tomorrow? How many times do you choose what feels easy instead of what feels necessary? In the moment it feels small, just one skipped workout, just 1 hour wasted, just one promise broken to yourself. But those small moments repeat, and repetition shapes identity. Discipline is not about being extreme. It is about being consistent. It is about keeping your word to yourself when no one is watching. It is about acting based on your goals instead of your emotions. When you start doing that, something powerful happens. Your confidence grows, your focus sharpens, your standards rise. The power of discipline is that it quietly changes everything. Your habits improve, your results improve, your self-respect improves. If you are tired of starting and stopping, tired of feeling stuck, and ready to take control of your direction, then this message is for you. Stay with me. Number 1. Build discipline and transform your daily decisions. Discipline is not punishment. It is not about being harsh with yourself. It is about choosing what matters most, even when you do not feel like it. Every single day you wake up and you start making decisions. Some are small, some are big, but each one shapes your future. Discipline is the force that guides those decisions in the right direction. Most people wait to feel motivated. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel confident. Discipline does not wait. Discipline acts. When the alarm rings in the morning and your body feels heavy and your eyes want to close again, that is a decision. When you pick up your phone and scroll instead of getting up, that is a decision. When you get up, wash your face, and start your day with purpose, that is also a decision. Discipline shows up in that quiet moment, when nobody is watching. Your life today is the result of daily decisions you made in the past. The money in your bank account, the strength of your body, the peace in your mind, the quality of your relationships. These are not accidents. They are outcomes, and outcomes come from patterns. Patterns come from repeated decisions. Discipline is what makes those repeated decisions better. Think about how it feels when you break a promise to yourself. You tell yourself you will start eating better. By evening, you reach for food that does not help your body. You say you will save money. Then you spend it on something that gives you a few minutes of pleasure and months of regret. That feeling afterward is heavy. You feel disappointed. You feel frustrated. That feeling is not about the food or the money. It is about trust. You broke trust with yourself. Discipline rebuilds that trust. When you say you will wake up at 6 and you do it, something changes inside you. When you say you will work out 3 times a week and you follow through, your mind starts to believe you. Your confidence grows, not because someone praised you, but because you proved something to yourself. That inner confidence is powerful. It affects how you speak. It affects how you walk into a room. It affects how you handle pressure. Daily decisions seem small, but they are not small. Choosing to read 10 pages instead of watching another show. Choosing to practice your skill instead of complaining about your job. Choosing to listen patiently instead of reacting in anger. These decisions shape your character. Character shapes your reputation. Reputation shapes your opportunities. Discipline works quietly, but its results are loud. There's a reason many people struggle with discipline. It requires discomfort. It requires saying no when your mind wants comfort. It requires doing the task even when it is boring. It requires turning off distractions when your friends are laughing online. That discomfort feels real. You feel it in your body. You feel it in your thought. But discomfort is not harm. It is growth. When you start building discipline, start small. Do not try to change everything at once. Pick one area of your life that needs structure. Maybe it is your mornings. Decide what time you will wake up and what you will do in the first hour. Maybe it is your spending. Decide that you will track every incense for 30 days. Maybe it is your health. Decide that you will walk for 30 minutes every day. Small disciplined actions repeated daily create momentum. Momentum feels powerful. When you complete one disciplined action, your energy shifts. You feel proud. You feel careful. That feeling pushes you to complete the next action. Soon you notice that your days feel more organized. You are less stressed because you know what you need to do. You stop reacting to life and start directing it. Discipline also protects your future. Every time you choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure, you are protecting the person you will become. It is easy to waste an evening. It is easy to ignore your goal. It is easy to avoid difficult conversations. But easy decisions often lead to hard consequences. Hard decisions often aid to easier lives. Look at people who achieve meaningful success. They are not always the most talented. They are not always the smartest, but they are consistent. They show up, they practice, they improve, they rest and needed, but they do not quit. Discipline gives average ability a chance to produce excellent results. Without discipline, even great talent fades. Your daily decisions also influence how others see you. When you are on time, people trust you. When you meet deadlines, people respect you. When you keep your word, people rely on you. These qualities open doors. They heed strong relationships. They create stability. Discipline strengthens not only your private life, but also your public image. There will be days when you feel tired. There will be days when results are slow. You might work hard and see little progress. In those moments, discipline keeps you steady. It reminds you that results are not always immediate. It reminds you that progress is built over weeks and months. Patience combined with discipline creates lasting change. Building discipline requires clear standards. Decide what you stand for. Decide what you will no longer tolerate from yourself. If you say you value health, your daily choices should reflect that. If you say you value growth, your schedule should reflect that. Standards guide decisions. Without standards, you drift. Create simple rules for your life. Go to bed at a certain time. Spend less than you earn. Exercise regularly. Limit time on distractions. Review your goals weekly. These are not extreme actions. They are practical. They are realistic. When you follow simple rules consistently, your life becomes stable. Stability creates space for growth. Discipline also strengthens your mind. When you resist impulses, you build mental strength. When you delay pleasure, you develop control. That control helps you in stressful situations. It helps you stay calm when others panic. It helps you think clearly when emotions run high. A disciplined mind makes better decisions under pressure. Many people fear discipline because they think it will remove freedom. The opposite is true. Lack of discipline creates chaos. Chaos creates stress. Stress limits your choices. Discipline creates order. Order creates clarity. Clarity gives you more options. When your finances are controlled, you have more freedom. When your health is strong, you have more energy. When your time is managed, you have more space for what matters. Every evening, you have a chance to review your day. Ask yourself simple questions. Did I keep my word today? Did I move closer to my goals? Did I waste time on things that do not matter? This reflection is powerful. It keeps you honest. It keeps you aware. It helps you adjust. If you fail, do not quit. Discipline is not about perfection. It is about persistence. If you miss a workout, go the next day. If you overspend, correct it the next month. Do not allow one mistake to become a habit. Discipline grows stronger when you recover quickly from setbacks. Picture your life 5 years from now. If you practice discipline daily, imagine your body stronger. Imagine your savings higher. Imagine your skills sharper. Imagine your confidence steady. That future is not fantasy. It is built through daily decisions. Starting today, build discipline and transform your daily decisions. Each morning you have a choice. Each afternoon you have a choice. Discipline turns those choices into progress. It turns effort into results. It turns ordinary days into a powerful life. Start today, not tomorrow, not next month. Decide one action you will take and do it. Feel the satisfaction of keeping your word. Repeat it again tomorrow. Keep stacking disciplined days. Over time, you will look back and realize that the real power was not in one big moment. It was in the daily decision to act with discipline. That decision changes everything. Number 2, develop daily structure that reshapes your future. Structure is not about being stiff. It is about giving your life direction. Most people wake up and react to whatever comes their way. Messages, calls, problems, noise. By the end of the day, they feel tired but not satisfied. They were busy, but they were not productive. They moved, but they did not move forward. That is what life looks like without structure. When you build daily structure, you stop drifting. You begin to decide in advance how your day will go. You decide what deserves your energy. You decide what can wait. You decide who you are becoming. That decision alone changes how you stand, how you speak, how you think. Your future is not built in one dramatic dynamic. It is shaped in ordinary days. It is shaped in quiet mornings and focused afternoons. It is shaped when you choose to follow a plan instead of following your mood. Mood changes every hour. Structure keeps you steady. Look at how you start your day. Do you reach for your phone while still in bed? Do you scroll through other people's lives before living your own? That habit seems small, but it trains your mind to react instead of lead. A structured morning changes that. Wake up at a set time. Get out of bed immediately. Wash your face. Drink water. Move your body. Spend a few minutes reviewing your goals. That simple routine tells your mind that you are in control. Control brings calm. When you know what your first hour looks like, you feel grounded. You are not rushing. You are not confused. You begin the day with clarity. That clarity carries into your work. Daily structure means planning your priorities before distractions appear. Write down the 3 most important tasks for the day. Not 10, not 20, 3. Finish them before anything else. You will feel the weight lift off your shoulders as you complete each one. That feeling is powerful. It builds momentum. It builds confidence. It builds belief in your own ability. Without structure, time slips away. You tell yourself you will start soon. Soon becomes later. Later becomes tomorrow. Weeks pass. Goals remain untouched. Structure prevents that. It forces you to face your responsibilities at a specific hour. When the clock says it is time to work, you work. Not because you feel excited, because it is scheduled. Your body and mind respond well to rhythm. When you eat at regular times, you feel better. When you sleep at regular hours, your energy improves. When you work in focused blocks, your productivity increases. Structure respects how you are built. It creates stability inside your system. Some people resist structure because they think it limits freedom. The truth is that lack of structure limits progress. When you do not control your schedule, other people will control it for you. When you do not decide your priorities, urgent demands will decide them. A structured day protects your long-term goals from short-term noise. Think about your finances. If you do not create a plan for your money, it disappears. Bills surprise you. Savings remain low. Stress increases. A structured financial routine changes that. Review your expenses weekly. Save a fixed percentage before spending. Set automatic payment. That structure reduces anxiety. It gives you breathing space. It gives you options. Think about your health. If you do not schedule exercise, it rarely happens. If you do not plan meals, you grab what is convenient. Over time, your body feels heavy. Your energy drops. Confidence decreases. Structure solves this. Decide in advance when you will train. Prepare simple meals ahead of time. Go to bed at a consistent hour. These choices are not extreme. They are practical. They protect your strength. Daily structure also reshapes your mindset. When you follow a plan repeatedly, you begin to see yourself as disciplined. That identity matters. You start saying to yourself, I am someone who shows up. I am someone who follows through. That belief influences every new challenge you face. There will be resistance. Some days you will want to ignore your schedule. You will feel bored. You will feel restless. That is normal. Growth is not always comfortable, but when you stick to your structure on those days, you gain something more valuable than comfort. You gain self-respect. Self-respect changes everything. When you respect yourself, you speak differently. You set boundaries. You stop tolerating behavior that harms your goals. You stop wasting hours on things that add no value. You protect your time because you understand its importance. Structure does not mean filling every minute. It means assigning purpose to your time. Schedule focused work. Schedule rest. Schedule family time. Schedule learning. When everything has its place, your mind relaxes. You are not constantly wondering what you should be doing. You know. Even your evenings matter. Many people destroy productive days with careless nights. They stay up too late. They consume content that drains them. They ignore preparation for tomorrow. A structured evening routine prepares you for success. Review your day. Note what worked. Prepare clothes and materials for the next morning. Go to bed at a fixed hour. Quality sleep strengthens your focus and mood. The power of structure is consistency. When you repeat strong routines daily, results compound, skills improve, savings grow, health strengthens, relationships deepen because you are present and organized. Small disciplined hours create strong years. Your future self depends on what you do today. Imagine meeting that future version of you. Would that fern thank you for your daily habits? Or would that person wish you had taken your time more seriously? That picture should guide your action. If your current days feel chaotic, do not try to change everything at once. Start with one anchor habit. Fix your wake-up time, or fix your bedtime. Build stability around that, then add another layer. Maybe it is focused work time. Maybe it is exercise. Layer by layer, your days become stronger. Daily structure is not about perfection. There will be unexpected events. Plans will need adjustment. The key is returning to your framework quickly. Do not allow one messy day to turn into a messy week. Reset the next morning. Continue. People admire success, but they rarely see the daily structure behind it. Behind every strong achievement is a schedule. Behind every confident leader is a routine. Behind every stable life is repeated order. You have the same 24 hours as anyone else. The difference is not time. The difference is how time is arranged. When you arrange your hours with intention, your life begins to move in a clear direction. Develop daily structure that reshapes your future. Wake up with purpose. Work with focus. Rest with intention. Review with honesty. Repeat with consistency. Over months, you will notice a shift. Over years, you will see transformation. One organized day may not feel dramatic, but one organized day repeated hundreds of times creates a powerful life. Your future is waiting for the structure you build today. Number 3, strengthen self-control to change your direction. Your life moves in the direction of your strongest habits, not your wishes, not your plans. Your habits, and habits are built on moments of choice. Self-control lives in those moments. It shows up when you feel an urge and decide whether to follow it or lead it. Every day you feel impulses. Eat this, say that, buy this, skip this, quit now. These urges feel powerful. They feel urgent. They feel justified, but they are temporary. If you obey every impulse, your life becomes random. If you learn to pause and choose wisely, your life gains direction. Self-control is not about being cold or emotionless. It is about managing your reactions. It is about slowing down your response long enough to ask one simple question. Is this choice helping my future or hurting it? That pause is powerful. It separates mature decisions from careless ones. Think about anger. Someone says something that offends you. You feel heat rise in your chest. Your heart beats faster. Words rush to your mouth. In that split second, you can either react or respond. If you react without control, you might damage a relationship that took years to build. If you breathe and choose your words carefully, you protect your respect and your reputation. That is self-control, changing direction in real time. Consider spending. You see something you want. Your mind tells you that you deserve it. You imagine the excitement of owning it, but you also know your savings are low. Self-control steps in and says, wait. It asks you to think about long-term stability instead of short-term pleasure. That single decision can improve your financial path. Self-control also affects your health. You feel tired after work. The couch looks comfortable. The idea of exercise feels heavy. If you give in every time, your energy continues to drop over the year. If you stand up and move your body anyway, you protect your strength. You protect your future ability to live actively. Many people think self-control is something you either have or do not have. That is not true. It can be trained. It grows when you practice it. Start with small acts. Put your phone away during conversations. Finish a task before checking messages. Stop eating when you are full. These simple actions strengthen your ability to direct yourself. Your mind becomes stronger when it is you are serious. Each time you resist an unhealthy urge, you build mental muscle. Each time you delay gratification, you increase resilience. Over time, temptations lose some of their power. You begin to feel steady instead of easily pulled. Without self-control, emotions lead your life. When you feel motivated, you act. When you feel bored, you stop. When you feel discouraged, you quit. That pattern creates instability. Goals require steady effort. Steady effort requires emotional management. Self-control gives you that stability. It also shapes how others see you. People trust individuals who manage themselves. They respect those who remain calm under pressure. They rely on those who keep commitments, even when feelings shift. That respect opens doors. It creates guarantees that emotional instability would close. There is a deeper reason. Self-control matters. It affects your identity. When you constantly give in to impulses, you start seeing yourself as weak. You doubt your ability to change. You lower your standards. On the other hand, when you practice restraint, you begin to see yourself as disciplined. That identity builds confidence. Changing direction in life does not always require a dramatic move. Sometimes it requires controlled decisions repeated daily. If you want a new career, self-control pushes you to study after work instead of wasting evening. If you want better relationships, self-control helps you listen instead of interrupting. If you want financial security, self-control helps you save consistently. There will be moments when urges feel overwhelming. You might feel stressed and want comfort. You might feel lonely and seek attention in unhealthy ways. You might feel frustrated and want to give up. In those moments, slow down. Take a breath. Remind yourself that feelings are temporary, but consequences can last. Create systems that support your self-control. Remove distractions from your workspace. Avoid environments that trigger bad habits. Surround yourself with people who value discipline. Make good decisions easier and bad decisions harder. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. Track your behavior honestly. Notice when you lose control. Notice what triggers it. Is it fatigue? Is it boredom? Is it certain people? Awareness helps you prepare. Preparation strengthens restraint. Forgive yourself quickly when you fail. Self-control is not about never making mistakes. It is about correcting quickly. If you overeat one day, return to healthy habits the next. If you overspend, adjust your budget immediately. Do not allow one lapse to define you. Over time, you will notice a shift in your direction. Your health improves. Your finances stabilize. Your work performance increases. Your relationships become calmer. These changes are not accidents. They are the result of controlled decisions. Self-control also protects your focus. The world is full of noise, notifications, news, opinions. Without control, your attention's scattered. With control, you decide what deserves your mental energy. Focused attention increases productivity. Productivity builds results. When you strengthen self-control, you gain freedom. Not the freedom to do anything impulsively, the freedom to choose what truly matters. You are no longer a slave to cravings. You are no longer driven by every emotion. You become the driver of your own life. That control creates peace. You sleep better knowing you handled the day responsibly. You feel lighter because you did not betray your own goal. You walk with quiet confidence because you know you are steering your path. Direction matters. A small shift today can change your destination years from now. If you slightly improve your eating habits, your health path changes. If you slightly improve your saving habits, your financial path changes. If you slightly improve your emotional control, your relationship path changes. These small adjustments accumulate. Strengthen self-control to change your direction. Practice pausing before acting. Practice choosing long-term benefit over short-term comfort. Practice managing your reactions. The more you practice, the stronger you become. Your future is not decided by luck. It is guided by your daily responses. Every controlled decision is a step toward a better version of yourself. Every restrained impulse is a vote for a stronger life. You have the ability to lead yourself. Develop that ability. Guard it. Use it daily. Over time, You will look back and realize that the turning point was not a single big event. It was the steady growth of self-control that redirected your entire life. Number 4, practice strict habits that upgrade your life. Most people want a better life, but they protect the habits that keep them stuck. They want higher income, stronger health, deeper focus, better relationships. Yet they resist strict standards. They say they want change, but they negotiate with weakness every single day. If you truly want to upgrade your life, you must upgrade your habits, and not soft habits. Strict habits. Strict habits are clear. They are non-negotiable. They do not depend on mood. They do not depend on weather. They do not depend on how inspired you feel. They depend on a decision you already made. When you wake up at the exact time you set, without delay, that is a strict habit. When you train your body on the days you feel tired, that is a strict habit. When you refuse to gossip, even when everyone around you is doing it, that is a strict habit. These actions may look small from the outside, but they reshape your identity from the inside. Upgrading your life starts with raising your personal standards. Standards determine behavior. Behavior determines results. If your standard is average effort, you will live an average life. If your standard is excellence in small daily actions, your life begins to rise. Strict habits build mental toughness. When you follow through consistently, you teach your brain that comfort is not the boss. You become stronger in moments where most people quit. That strength shows up everywhere. It shows up in business decisions. It shows up in family conversations. It shows up when facing setbacks. Look at your daily routine. Is it designed for growth or convenience? Convenience feels good in the moment. Growth feels uncomfortable at first, but growth pays long-term rewards. Convenience collects long-term costs. A strict reading habit can upgrade your thinking. 10 pages a day may not sound dramatic, but over a year that becomes thousands of pages. That becomes new ideas, new skills, new awareness. Your conversations improve. Your decisions improve. Your confidence improves because you understand more. A strict financial habit can upgrade your stability. Saving a fixed percentage before spending changes your future. Tracking expenses keeps you honest. Refusing impulse purchases builds discipline. Over time, you stop feeling anxious about money. You start feeling in control. A strict health habit can upgrade your energy. Choosing whole food over processed options. Drinking water instead of sugary drinks. Moving your body daily. Sleeping at a consistent hour. These are not extreme actions. They are responsible actions. They protect your strength. Strict habits also upgrade your relationship. Speaking respectfully, even during disagreement. Listening fully without interrupting. Keeping promises. Being on time. These habits create trust. Trust builds strong connections. Strong connections create support. Many people avoid strict habits because they sound restrictive. They fear losing freedom. The truth is that loose habits create chaos. Chaos creates stress. Stress steals joy. Strict habits create order. Order creates progress. Progress creates satisfaction. You must decide what kind of person you want to be. Do you want to be known as reliable or unpredictable, focused or distracted, strong or easily shaken? That identity is shaped by repeated behavior. Strict habits protect that identity. Discipline in habits removes decision fatigue. When you already decided that you train at 6 in the morning, there is no debate. When you already decided that you study 1 hour each night, there is no argument. Energy that was once wasted on internal conflict is now used for productive work. Upgrading your life requires honesty. Look at the habits that are damaging you. Late nights scrolling, overspending to impress others, complaining instead of acting. These habits feel harmless because they are common, but common behavior leads to common results. Strict habits separate you from the crowd. They demand more from you. They ask you to show up even when nobody is watching. They ask you to follow through even when applause is absent. That is where real growth happens. You will feel resistance at first. Your mind will try to protect old patterns. It will suggest skipping once. It will suggest relaxing your rule. Do not argue with yourself for long. Follow the standard you set. Each time you honor your rule, it becomes easier next time. Track your habits daily, not to impress anyone, to stay accountable. When you see a streak of completed actions, you feel proud. When you see a break, You feel motivated to correct it. Awareness fuels improvement. Upgrading your life also means eliminating weak habits. Replace unproductive time with purposeful time. Replace negative talk with constructive solutions. Replace unhealthy consumption with learning. Every replacement raises your level. Strict habits create momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence encourages bigger goals. Bigger goals demand higher performance. The cycle continues upward. You do not need extreme measures. You need consistent measures. You do not need to transform overnight. You need to improve yield. Over months, the difference becomes visible. Over years, the difference becomes dramatic. Your environment matters. Surround yourself with people who respect discipline. Spend time in places that support growth. Remove triggers that tempt you toward bad habits. Design your surroundings to help you win. When you practice strict habits, you start respecting yourself more. That respect changes how you carry yourself. You speak with certainty. You make decisions with clarity. You stop tolerating behavior that lowers your standard. Life upgrades gradually. Your income increases because your skills improve. Your health improves because your routines protect it. Your confidence rises because you keep promises to yourself. These improvements, there will be days when you feel bored with routine. That is normal. Routine may feel plain, but it produces powerful results. Do not chase excitement at the cost of progress. Stay steady. Strict habits are not punishment. They are preparation. They prepare you for opportunity. They prepare you for challenges. They prepare you for leadership. If you want a different life, build different habits. If you want higher results, raise your standards. Practice strict habits that upgrade your life. Not once, not occasionally, daily. The quality of your future depends on the quality of your habits. Decide your rules, follow them, protect them, strengthen them. Over time, you will look at your life and see clear evidence that strict habits built a stronger, more capable, more confident version of you. Number 5. Commit to disciplined actions that create results. Results do not respond to wishes. They respond to actions. Clear actions. Repeated actions. Disciplined actions. You can talk about your goals all day. You can write them down. You can tell your friends. None of that changes your life until your behavior changes. Commitment means you decide once and stop negotiating. It means you choose a path and walk it even when it feels slow. Many people say they are committed, but their behavior says they are interested. Interest works when conditions are easy. Commitment works when conditions are difficult. If you want results, you must attach your commitment to specific actions, not vague intentions. Specific action. If you want better health, your action might be training 4 times a week and eating balanced meals daily. If you want higher income, your action might be learning a valuable skill for 1 hour every evening and applying for opportunities weekly. If you want stronger relationships, your action might be calling your parents regularly and listening without distraction. Results are built on measurable effort. You cannot improve what you do not track. Decide what actions matter most in your area of focus. Then decide how often you will perform them. Then commit. There will be days when you feel excited. On those days, discipline feels easy. You wake up early. You work hard. You stay focused. But life is not made of only easy days. There are days when you feel tired. Days when you feel discouraged. Days when progress seems invisible. Those days reveal whether you are committed or just motivated. Disciplined action does not depend on mood. It depends on a standard. When you commit to a standard, you reduce excuses. You do the work because it is required by your own rule. That kind of personal leadership builds power inside you. Look at your current results. They tell a story. If your fitness is low, your actions around movement and food are inconsistent. If your savings are small, your spending habits are loose. If your skills are average, your learning routine is weak. This is not judgment. This is awareness. Awareness gives you control. Once you accept responsibility for your results, you gain authority over your future. That is empowering. It means you are not waiting for luck. You are not blaming circumstances. You are choosing disciplined actions that move you forward. Commitment requires sacrifice. You will say no to certain pleasures. You will limit distractions. You will spend time working while others relax. That sacrifice is not loss. It is investment. You are exchanging temporary comfort for long-term achievement. Every action you repeat sends a message to your brain about who you are. When you consistently perform disciplined tasks, you start seeing yourself as reliable. That identity changes your behavior automatically. You no longer need to fight yourself constantly. You operate from a place of responsibility. Results also require patience. Some actions produce quick outcomes. Most meaningful goals do not. Building a business takes time. Developing strength takes months. Earning trust takes years. Disciplined action keeps you steady during the waiting period. During that period, doubt may appear. You may question whether your effort is worth it. That is normal. Instead of quitting, review your process. Are you performing the right actions? Are you consistent? If the process is solid, continue. Time will catch up with your effort. Commitment also means protecting your focus. Results require concentration. Multitasking weakens performance. Scattered effort delays progress. Choose a few important goals. Attach disciplined actions to them. Give them your full attention during scheduled hours. There is a difference between being busy and being productive. Busy people fill their day with activity. Productive people fill their day with meaningful action. Disciplined individuals choose tasks that create measurable progress. Energy management matters as well. Disciplined action includes rest. It includes proper sleep. It includes taking care of your mental health. Exhaustion. Use quality of work. A balanced routine supports sustained performance. When you commit to disciplined actions, setbacks will still occur. You may lose money. You may face rejection. You may experience failure. Those moments test your commitment. Many people quit when results do not match expectations immediately. The disciplined person learns, adjusts, and continues. Resilience is built through continued action after disappointment. That strength becomes a competitive advantage. While others withdraw, you advance. While others complain, you improve. Surround yourself with individuals who respect disciplined effort. Environment influences behavior. If you are around people who waste time, you will feel pressure to join them. If you are around people who value growth, you will feel inspired to raise your standards. Discipline also improves self-respect. When you finish what you start, you feel proud. When you meet your daily targets, you experience satisfaction. That emotional reward reinforces the habit of action. Avoid perfectionism. Waiting for perfect conditions delays results. Start with what you have. Improve as you go. Discipline is about consistent execution, not flawless performance. Create systems that support your commitment. Set reminders. Use planners. Remove distractions from your workspace. Prepare materials in advance. The easier it is to perform the action, the more likely you will stay consistent. Every week, review your actions. Did you follow through? Did you avoid key tasks? Be honest. Honesty keeps you sharp. Adjust your plan if necessary, but do not lower your standard. Commitment transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results over time. Small disciplined actions repeated daily build momentum. Momentum builds progress. Progress builds confidence. Confidence fuels further action. Do not underestimate the power of daily repetition. 1 hour of focused practice each day equals hundreds of hours each year. One small saving decision daily accumulates into significant financial growth. One respectful conversation each day strengthens relationships deeply. When you commit, remove the option of quit. Decide in advance that you will push through difficult phases. That decision reduces internal debate. It frees mental energy for execution. Discipline is a form of self-leadership. It means you do not wait for someone else to manage you. You set your own expectations. You hold yourself accountable. That independence is powerful. Your results will not change because you read about success. They will change because you act with discipline consistently. Reading may inspire you. Action transforms you. Visualize the version of yourself that has achieved the goal. That person is not lucky. That person followed a structured pattern of action. That person respected time. That person made difficult choices repeatedly. Commit to disciplined actions that create results. Wake up with purpose. Perform your key tasks. Protect your focus. Review your progress. Improve your process. Repeat daily. Over months, you will notice subtle improvements. Over years, those improvements will compound. What once felt impossible will feel normal. What once felt distant will feel earned. Do not chase shortcuts. Shortcuts often cut the quality of your result. Stay with the process. Trust the repetition of strong actions. Commitment is proven through behavior, not words. Decide your target. Define your actions. Execute consistently. Evaluate honestly. Continue relentlessly. Your future results are being shaped by what you do today. Choose disciplined actions. Stay loyal to them. Protect them from distraction. Refuse to compromise your standards. In time, the results will speak. Your health will reflect your effort. Your income will reflect your skill. Your confidence will reflect your integrity. Commit fully. Act daily. Stay disciplined. That is how results are created. Number 6. Establish clear rules that guide every choice. Most people struggle not because they lack talent, but because they lack personal rules. When there are no clear standards, every situation becomes a debate. Every temptation becomes a discussion. Every opportunity becomes confusion. Clear rules remove confusion. They simplify life. They protect your future. Think about traffic lights. When the light turns red, you stop. You do not argue with it. You do not negotiate. You follow the rule. That rule keeps you safe. In the same way, personal rules protect your time, your money, your health, and your character. If you do not decide your rules in advance, emotions will decide for you. When you feel tired, you skip effort. When you feel tempted, you overspend. When you feel angry, you speak carelessly. Emotions are real, but they should not be in charge of your direction. Rules must be stronger than moods. Start by defining what matters most to you. Health, financial stability, growth, respect, family, contribution. Once you are clear about your values, create simple rules that support them. If health matters, a rule might be no junk food during the week. If growth matters, a rule might be reading daily before bed. If financial stability matters, a rule might be saving a fixed portion of income every month. Clear rules reduce stress. When you know what you stand for, decisions become easier. Imagine being offered something that conflicts with your goal. If you already have a rule, the answer is automatic. You do not waste energy thinking about it. You simply follow your standard. Rules also build self-respect. When you follow your own guidelines, you trust yourself more. That trust strengthens confidence. You begin to believe in your ability to lead your life. That belief influences every action. Without rules, you drift. You follow trends. You follow opinions. You follow pressure from others. With rules, you lead. You know when to say yes. You know when to say no. You do not need approval to stand firm. Some people fear strict rules because they think life will feel restricted. The opposite is true. Clear standards free your mind. When decisions are already made, your energy can focus on execution instead of internal conflict. Consider time management. If you create a rule that work hours are focused hours, you avoid distractions automatically. No endless scrolling, no random interruptions. That rule increases productivity. Productivity creates progress. Progress builds satisfaction. Consider relationships. If you create a rule that you will never raise your voice in anger, you protect your dignity. That rule forces you to pause. It forces you to choose better words over. People will notice your calm strength. Consider money. If you create a rule that you never spend more than you earn, you eliminate many financial problems. That rule may feel simple, but it creates stability. Stability reduces anxiety. Reduced anxiety improves focus in other areas of life. Rules must be specific. Vague intentions are weak. Instead of saying you will try to eat better, decide you will cook at home 5 days a week. Instead of saying you will save more, decide you will transfer a set amount to savings immediately after receiving income. Consistency is what gives rules power. Following them once does little. Following them daily reshapes your identity. You start seeing yourself as disciplined. That identity shapes future choices automatically. There will be pressure to break your rules. Friends may invite you to waste time. Advertisements may tempt you to spend unnecessarily. Situations may challenge your patience. In those moments, remember why you created the rule. It was not random. It was built to protect something important. If a rule no longer serves your growth, adjust it intentionally. Do not break it impulsively. Evaluate it calmly. Improve it if needed. Rules should evolve with your goals, but they should never disappear because of weakness. Establishing clear rules also improves leadership, whether in family, work, or community. People respect individuals who operate with clear standards. They know what to expect from you. Predictability builds trust. Trust builds influence. Self-discipline becomes easier when rules are written down. Write your top 5 personal rules. Read them daily. Reflect on them weekly. This practice keeps them alive in your mind. Rules protect you from regret. Many regrets come from impulsive choices, words spoken without thinking, money spent without planning, opportunities ignored due to fear. Clear guidelines reduce these mistakes. When you wake up each morning, your rules should already be decided. You do not need to debate whether to train your body, whether to work on your goals, whether to act with integrity. The decision was made earlier. Today is simply execution. Strong rules create strong character. Shapes reputation. Reputation influences opportunity. Opportunity shapes destiny. It all begins with personal standards. You cannot control everything in life. You cannot control other people's behavior, but you can control your rule. That control is powerful. It gives you stability in uncertain environments. Over time, the effect becomes visible. Your finances stabilize. Your health improves. Your confidence rises. Your relationships strengthen. Not because of luck, but because of consistent adherence to clear standards. Establish clear rules that guide every choice. Decide what you stand for. Define your non-negotiables. Follow them with integrity. Adjust them thoughtfully when necessary. Life becomes simpler when you know your boundaries. Life becomes stronger when you respect. Your choices shape your future. Let your rules shape your choices. In the end, discipline is not complicated. It is the daily practice of living by the rules you created for your highest good. When you establish those rules and honor them consistently, your life begins to align with your goal. And alignment creates progress. Number 7, train consistent behavior that builds real progress. Progress is not built in bursts of excitement. It is built in steady, repeated behavior. Many people work hard for a few days, then disappear for weeks. They feel inspired on Monday and unfocused by Thursday. That pattern feels intense, but it produces very little. Real progress responds to consistency. Consistency means you show up whether you feel strong or not. It means your effort is not random. It means your actions match your goals day after day. When behavior becomes stable, results begin to stack. Look at learning a new skill. If you practice once in a while, improvement is slow. If you practice daily, even for a short time, growth becomes visible. Your hands move smoother. Your thinking becomes sharper. Your confidence increases. Because repetition builds familiarity. Your brain responds to repetition. When you repeat a useful behavior, it becomes easier. It requires less effort. It becomes part of your identity. That is why consistent behavior matters more than occasional intensity. Many people misunderstand progress. They look for dramatic change. They want a sudden breakthrough. But life usually improves quietly. Small daily actions compound. One focused hour each day turns into hundreds of hours over a year. That is how mastery is formed. Training consistency requires structure. Choose a clear action connected to your goal. Decide when you will perform it. Protect that time. Treat it as important. Do not cancel it for minor reasons. If your goal is physical strength, train on specific days every week. Do not rely on mood. If your goal is financial growth, work on income-producing skills regularly. If your goal is personal development, study and reflect consistently. Progress follows repeated behavior. There will be days when you feel bored. Routine can feel plain, but boredom is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that you are moving beyond excitement and into discipline. That is where lasting results are built. Consistency also builds trust with yourself. When you do what you said you would do repeatedly, your self-belief strengthens. You begin to see yourself as dependable. That belief affects how you approach challenges. Avoid the trap of starting too big. Extreme plans often fail quickly. Choose actions that are realistic and sustainable. It is better to practice 30 minutes daily for years than to train 5 hours for a week and quit. Track your behavior honestly. Use simple records. Mark each day you complete your action. Over time, you will see a chain forming. Breaking that chain becomes uncomfortable. That discomfort motivates you to continue. Consistency does not mean perfection. You may miss a day. The key is returning immediately. One missed session does not destroy progress. Quitting does. Resume the next opportunity without guilt. Your environment influences behavior. Place tools where they are visible. Keep your workspace organized. Reduce distraction. Make it easy to perform the right action. Small adjustments increase reliability. Progress feels rewarding when you notice improvement. Celebrate small wins. If you lift lightly more weight, acknowledge it. If you save a bit more money, recognize it. If you speak more confidently, appreciate it. Recognition strengthens commitment. Train your mind to value repetition. Some people taste novelty constantly. They jump from one idea to another. That habit prevents depth. Depth requires staying with a process long enough to see results. Consistent behavior builds discipline even when no one is watching. It is easy to perform when there is applause. It is powerful to perform in silence. That silent effort shapes your future quietly. Your direction improves when your daily actions align with your long-term vision. Without alignment, effort is wasted. With alignment, effort becomes meaningful. Meaning increases motivation. Be patient with growth. Early stages often feel slow. Results may not appear immediately. Continue anyway. Improvement is happening beneath the surface. Avoid comparing your progress to others. Focus on your own consistency. Someone else's speed does not change your journey. What matters is whether you are improving relative to your past self. Energy management supports consistency. Sleep well. Eat responsibly. Take care of your mental state. Exhaustion reduces discipline. A balanced lifestyle supports steady performance. When you train consistent behavior, you reduce emotional swings. You stop relying on excitement. You operate from commitment. That stability creates calm confidence. Think long-term. Ask yourself where your current habits will lead in 5 years. If you maintain your current behavior, will you be proud of the outcome? If not, adjust now. Small corrections early prevent major regret later. Consistency builds reputation. People notice when you show up reliably. They notice when your effort is steady. That reliability opens doors. It creates trust in professional and personal life. Real progress is visible in accumulated results. Stronger body, sharper skills, higher savings, deeper knowledge, stable relationships. These are not products of random effort. They are the outcome of trained behavior. Train consistent behavior that builds real progress. Choose your actions carefully. Repeat them faithfully. Protect them from distraction. Review them regularly. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Start where you are, improve gradually. Stay with the process. Over time, the results will speak clearly. What once seemed far away will become normal. What once felt difficult will feel manageable. You will look back and realize that the turning point was not a dramatic event. It was the decision to behave consistently when it mattered most. Progress belongs to those who remain steady. Train your behavior. Guard your routine. Continue when others stop. That is how real growth is built. Number 8, maintain focus daily to unlock life change. Focus is power. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Where your energy flows, results begin to grow. If your attention is scattered, your results will be scattered. If your attention is directed with purpose, your life begins to move with direction. Most people do not fail because they lack ability. They fail because they lack focus. Their minds are pulled in every direction. Notifications interrupt them. Opinions distract them. Entertainment consumes them. By the end of the day, they feel drained. Yet nothing meaningful has been completed. If you want life change, you must protect your focus like something valuable. Because it is valuable. Your attention is one of your greatest assets. When you give it away carelessly, you weaken your potential. Every morning you wake up with a limited amount of mental energy. The question is simple. Where will you invest it? Will you invest it in building your skills, improving your health, strengthening your finance, or will you spend it reacting to messages, scrolling endlessly, and worrying about things you cannot control? Maintaining focus daily requires intention. It does not happen by accident. It requires you to decide what matters most. and give it priority. If everything feels important, nothing truly is. Start by identifying your main goal, not 10 goals, not 5. One primary direction that matters deeply to you right now. That clarity simplifies your day. It gives you a target. Without a target, focus fades quickly. When you know your main goal, ask yourself what actions support it directly. Those actions deserve your best mental energy. Schedule them during the hours when you are most alert. Protect that time fiercely. Distractions are not harmless. Each interruption breaks your concentration. When you switch tasks repeatedly, your productivity drops. It takes time to return to deep thinking. Focused work produces better quality and faster results. To maintain focus, remove temptations before they tempt you. Silence unnecessary notifications. Keep your phone out of reach during important tasks. Create a workspace that supports concentration. These simple changes increase your ability to stay present. Your mind will wander. That is natural. When it does, gently bring it back to the task. Do not judge yourself harshly. Training focus is like strengthening a muscle. It improves with practice. Focus also requires emotional control. Worry, anger, and frustration can hijack your thoughts. When something stressful happens, take a moment to breathe. Calm your body, then decide what action is necessary. Do not allow emotions to dominate your entire day. Daily focus builds momentum. When you complete meaningful work consistently, you feel accomplished. That feeling fuels confidence. Confidence increases motivation. Motivation supports continued focus. Without focus, effort is wasted. You may work long hours but accomplish little. With focus, even shorter work periods can produce strong outcomes. It is not about being busy. It is about being intentional. Look at your environment. Are you surrounded by noise? Are you constantly checking updates? Are you jumping between tasks? These habits weaken your concentration. Replace them with structured periods of uninterrupted work. Set specific time blocks for deep effort. During those blocks, commit fully. No multitasking. No social media. No random browsing. Just one task at a time. When the block ends, take a short break, then return refreshed. Maintaining focus also means saying no. You cannot chase every opportunity. You cannot attend every effort. You cannot respond to every request immediately. If something does not align with your main objective, consider declining it. Many people fear missing out. They say yes to everything. As a result, they dilute their effort. Focus demands courage. It demands that you prioritize your future over temporary approval. Daily focus sharpens your thinking. When you spend time concentrating deeply, your mind becomes clearer. You notice detail. You solve problems more effectively. Your performance improves. Focus also affects relationships. When you give someone your full attention, they feel respected. When you listen without checking your phone, they feel valued. That presence strengthens connection. Life change happens when focused effort is applied over time. One focused day may not transform everything, but hundreds of focused days reshape your skills, your income, your confidence, your identity. There will be days when you feel mentally tired. On those days, simplify your tasks. Do the essential work first. Avoid complex distractions. Even moderate focus is better than sadder attention. Protect your morning. The first hours of the day often determine the tone for everything that follows. Avoid starting your day with noise. Begin with clarity. Review your goal. Plan your key tasks. Then start working before distractions appear. Even your evening habits influence focus. If you stay up too late consuming content that drains you, your mind will struggle the next day. Quality rest supports strong concentration. Treat sleep as preparation, not a reward. Focus requires discipline, but it also brings peace. When you are fully engaged in one task, your mind feels calm. You are not pulled in multiple directions. You are present. That presence reduces anxiety. Do not confuse movement with progress. You can run in circles and feel active, but without direction and pace, you remain in the same place. Choose your direction clearly, then focus your effort. Your thoughts shape your behavior. If you constantly think about negative possibilities, your focus shifts toward fear. Train your mind to concentrate on solutions. Ask productive questions. What can I improve today? What action moves me forward? Limit information intake. Too much information creates confusion. Select sources carefully. Consume content that supports your growth. Avoid content that wastes your mental energy. Over time, focused behavior becomes natural. You will find it easier to concentrate for longer periods. Your tolerance for distraction will decrease. You will value depth over noise. Maintain focus daily to unlock life change. Decide your priority. Protect your time. Remove distraction. Train your mind. Stay consistent. Life change is not magic. It is the result of directed effort, applied repeatedly. When you guard your focus, you guard your future. When you concentrate your energy, you accelerate progress. Every day offers you a choice. Scatter your attention and remain average, or concentrate your effort and rise. Choose wisely. Stay focused. Your future depends on where you place your attention today. Number 9. Apply steady effort that rewrites your standards. Your standards decide the quality of your life. Not your dreams, not your intentions. Your standards. What you accept, what you tolerate, what you expect from yourself. Those invisible lines shape everything. If your standard for work is doing just enough to avoid trouble, your results will stay small. If your standard for health is eating whatever is convenient, your body will reflect that. If your standard for relationships is speaking without thinking, tension will follow. Standards are powerful because they operate daily. The way you rewrite your standards is not through loud promises. It is through steady effort. Quiet effort. Repeated effort. When you consistently act at a higher level, your expectations of yourself begin to rise naturally. Most people try to raise their standards with emotion. They get excited after watching something inspiring. They declare big changes. They push hard for a few days. Then they fall back to old behavior. Why does that happen? Because standards change through repetition, not intensity. Steady effort means you show up at a reasonable pace and stay there. It means you increase your output slightly and maintain it. It means you refuse to return to previous weak habits. Imagine you currently exercise once a week. If you shift to 3 times a week and maintain it for months, that becomes your new normal. Once it becomes normal, skipping feels uncomfortable. Your standard has shifted. Imagine you currently spend money without tracking it. If you begin reviewing your expenses weekly and continue doing so consistently, awareness increases. Careless spending decreases. Over time, you would not feel comfortable ignoring your finances. Your expectation of responsibility has grown. This is how standards are rewritten. Not by force, not by guilt, but by steady action, repeated until it feels natural. Effort must be sustainable. If you attempt extreme changes, you risk burnout. Burnout lowers standards further. Instead, choose improvements you can maintain. Build momentum gradually. There is something powerful about steady effort. It builds quiet confidence. You stop relying on motivation. You rely on discipline. Discipline builds self-respect. Self-respect raises standards even more. Look at your daily routine. Identify one area where your standard is low. Maybe it is punctuality. Maybe it is preparation. Maybe it is communication. Choose that area and apply steady effort to improve it. If you struggle with punctuality, start leaving earlier. Do this daily. Soon being on time will feel normal. Then being late will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort shows your standard has changed. If you struggle with preparation, begin planning the next day every evening. Spend 10 minutes organizing your tasks. Repeat this consistently. Soon starting the day without a plan will feel careless. If you struggle, scroll. Communication. Practice pausing before responding. Speak clearly. Avoid negative language. Repeat this behavior daily. Your conversations will improve. Your confidence will grow. Standards influence how others treat you. When you demand more from yourself, people notice. They respond differently. They trust you more. They respect you more. Steady effort also strengthens resilience. When you operate at a higher level, consistently, challenges do not shake you as easily. You are used to pushing yourself. You are used to meeting expectations. There will be moments when old habits attempt to return. Fatigue may tempt you to lower your effort. Stress may tempt you to compromise your values. In those moments, remember the new standard you are building. Protect it. Your environment matters. Surround yourself with people who operate at high standards. Their behavior will influence yours. Conversations about growth raise your mindset. Exposure to excellence lifts your expectations. Measure progress periodically. Compare your current performance to your past. Notice improvement. Even small improvements count. Recognition reinforces effort. Avoid comparing yourself to others excessively. Focus on your own growth. Your journey is personal. What matters is whether your standards today are higher than yesterday. Steady effort may not feel dramatic. It may feel ordinary. But ordinary actions repeated consistently create extraordinary outcomes over time. Your body responds to steady training. Your mind responds to steady learning. Your finances respond to steady saving. Your career responds to steady skill development. Raising standards is uncomfortable at first. You may feel stretched. You may feel challenged. That is normal. Growth requires adjustment. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes routine. The key is patience. Do not expect immediate transformation. Trust the process of gradual improvement. Keep showing up. Keep performing. Keep refining. When you apply steady effort, you change how you see yourself. You begin to believe you are capable of more. That belief influences future goals. You aim higher because you know you can sustain effort. Rewrite your standards through action. Not once, not occasionally, daily. Protect your progress. Guard your habits. If you miss a day, return quickly. Do not allow one mistake to lower your expectations. Correct it immediately. Continue forward. Steady effort builds discipline quietly. Discipline builds identity. Identity shapes destiny. Apply steady effort that rewrites your standards. Increase your expectations step by step. Maintain your improvements. Refuse to settle for previous levels. Over time, your life will reflect the new standards you set. Your health will improve. Your income will grow. Your relationships will strengthen. Your confidence will deepen. All because you chose steady effort over dramatic bursts. All because you decided that average was no longer acceptable. Your standards define your future. Raise them patiently. Support them with consistent action. Protect them with discipline. In the end, you will look back and realize that your life changed not through sudden breakthroughs, but through steady effort that quietly rewrote what you were willing to accept from yourself. Number 10. Lead your life through disciplined daily action. If you do not lead your life, something else will. Circumstances will lead it. Other people's opinions will lead it. Your emotions will lead it. And when those things are in control, your direction becomes uncertain. Leadership begins with self-leadership. It begins with disciplined daily action. Leadership is not a title. It is behavior. It is how you manage your time. It is how you respond to pressure. It is how you handle responsibility. You become the leader of your life the moment you decide that your actions will no longer be random. Every morning presents a quiet decision. Will you drift through the day, or will you direct it? Drifting feels easy. You wake up without a plan. You react to whatever appears. Hours pass. Energy fades. At night you feel busy but unfulfilled. Direction feels different. You wake up knowing what must be done. You execute with intention. You close the day with progress. Disciplined daily action is the tool that creates direction. It is not dramatic. It is not loud. It is steady. It is choosing to do what matters before doing what is comfortable. When you lead your life, you decide your priorities before the world decides them for you. You identify your key responsibilities and handle them early. You do not postpone important work because it feels challenging. Self-leadership also means managing your thoughts. Negative thinking can control your behavior if you allow it. Doubt can slow you down. Fear can freeze you. Disciplined action interrupts that pattern. Even when uncertainty exists, you move forward with a small productive step. Action reduces anxiety. When you face a problem directly, it loses some of its power. When you avoid it, it grows in your mind. Leaders confront tasks. They do not hide from them. Your daily actions define your identity. If you consistently act with discipline, you begin to see yourself as capable. That internal belief influences your decisions. It strengthens your posture. It sharpens your communication. Leadership requires responsibility. When something goes wrong, you do not blame others immediately. You examine your role. You ask what you could improve. That mindset keeps you in control of your growth. Disciplined daily action also builds credibility. People observe your behavior. They notice when you follow through. They notice when you keep your commitments. Over time, trust develops. Trust is the foundation of influence. Influence begins at home. If you have a family, your behavior sets an example. Children watch how you manage stress. They watch how you treat others. They learn from your consistency or lack of it. Leading your life means leading by example. In the workplace, disciplined behavior separates professionals from amateurs. Arriving prepared, meeting deadlines, continuing to improve skills. These habits signal reliability. Reliability creates opportunity. Daily action must align with your long-term vision. Without alignment, effort becomes scattered. Decide what kind of person you want to become. Then ask whether your daily behavior matches that vision. If you aim to be healthy, your actions must support that goal. If you aim to be financially secure, your habits must reflect discipline. If you aim to be respected, your communication must show maturity. Leadership requires boundaries. You cannot say yes to everything. You cannot give time to every request. Protect your focus. Guard your energy. Prioritize what truly matters. Discipline strengthens decision-making. When you practice acting responsibly, choices become clearer. You rely less on impulse. You rely more on principle. There will be days when you feel discouraged. Results may not appear quickly. In those moments, leadership demands persistence. Continue your routine. Continue your effort. Consistency through difficulty builds strength. Avoid waiting for perfect conditions. Conditions rarely become perfect. Progress belongs to those who act despite imperfection. Evaluate your day honestly. Ask yourself whether you led or ordered it. Did you act with purpose? Did you complete essential tasks? Honest reflection sharpens discipline. Self-leadership also means taking care of your health. Your body supports your performance. Regular movement, balanced meals, and sufficient rest are not optional. If you aim to lead effectively, growth requires learning. Set aside time to expand your knowledge. Read, study, practice new skills. Leaders remain students. Discipline does not eliminate enjoyment. It organizes it. When you complete meaningful work, relaxation feels earned. It feels satisfying instead of guilt. Over time, disciplined daily action reshapes your life quietly. Your skills improve. Your confidence grows. Your stability increases. You become someone others look to for direction. Leading your life does not mean controlling everything. It means controlling what you can. Your choice, your responses, your habits. When challenges arise, your preparation matters. Disciplined individuals respond calmly because they have trained themselves through daily effort. You are not powerless. You are not at the mercy of circumstances. You have the ability to choose your behavior. That choice repeated daily becomes powerful. Lead your life through disciplined daily action. Wake up with clarity. Execute with commitment. Reflect with honesty. Improve continuously. Your future is shaped by your present behavior. Do not leave it to chance. Take ownership. Direct your effort. Strengthen your standards. The leader of your life is you. Prove it through your actions. Day after day, step by step. That is how real progress is built.